Hi everybody, Casey Zander here, and in today's video I'm going to be explaining 5 specific traits and or tendencies that will make you appear to be a beta male in a woman's eyes when you're dating. Now here's the biggest reasons why I want you to truly internalize these things and then self-reflect and then actually take an outside look in at yourself and ask yourself if you're doing these things, okay? If you're doing these things, they need to stop and you have to put a halt to them because weakness or weak tendencies in relationships or beta traits, quote unquote, starts up here, okay? If you cannot fix what is between your head up here when it comes to this thought process, you're never going to win. So what do I mean by that? I mean that you could literally be a 6'5", 250-pound jacked multimillionaire with a private jet. And if you do these 5 things that I'm describing right here on this sheet of paper, you are going to not only lower the attraction of the companions that you're dating, but the women that you actually want relationships with potentially, you're going to lose them, okay? The reason being is because the internal masculine traits that make you attractive can only be expressed through demonstration and through action. And in today, I'm going to show you specifically what not to do. So if you need to even take notes on this, you can. Now, real quick announcement before we begin. As you guys know, okay, I am closing down the enrollment for the Masculinity Blueprint at 2,000 members for Q2. Okay, we're putting a hard enrollment cap on it. That means if you have not yet been part of MBT, Masculine Behavioral Techniques, and you're not part of the Blueprint, I recommend A, checking out that quick link that I have below, and B, even watching that webinar that I shot brand new for 2022. This has transformed thousands of lives, and I want to give a last call announcement as this is slowly coming to a close for Q2. Nevertheless, though, let's dive in. So, what are the exact 5 specific traits that will make you beta in a woman's eyes? Number 1 is going to be associating meaning to irrelevant things that affect you mentally. Write this down on a sheet of paper if you need to, or let this sink in. I'm going to read it again. Associating meaning, okay, to irrelevant things that affect you mentally. Okay? The things that will make you weak, or the things that will slowly beta-tize you, is when you associate meaning to stuff that actually holds no weight. So I'll give you an example. You're holding your cell phone and you go, oh, a girlfriend didn't text me back. Okay? Because you associate meaning to that and you care, that now affects your whole day. So then your mood gets a bit more sloppy, your mood gets a bit more down and sad. Okay? And all of a sudden that shows through your tonality, that shows through your confidence, that shows through your swag. Okay? When you care, you lose. So the things that you associate meaning to, as far as how people interact with you, is going to dictate if you start to fall into an emotional frame or not. So I will give you an example. You have to start to condition yourself to not care about things that you used to or even let it faze you, okay? Girl doesn't text you back. I don't care. Girl doesn't Snapchat you back. Doesn't matter. Get rejected at a bar if you say, hey, how are you doing? Doesn't matter, okay? You're like, you can't be penetrated emotionally. If you're penetrated emotionally, it shows weakness in your armor, and all of a sudden you will lose the things that make you you. I'm going to give you another quick tip with this, okay? If you start associating meaning to things that are actually irrelevant, here's what's going to happen. Your finances will suffer, you will be less driven, you will be less capable to make good financial decisions, and you're not going to be able to stay on your purpose. It's because the things that you thought mattered actually don't. And it's like once you actually live by this code, it's like you free yourself from the shackles that have been holding your emotions hostage for years and years and years and years, and you can finally function like a strong, independent man, okay? That is very, very important. That is number 1. Number 2, okay? Becoming attached and unable to dissolve a relationship regardless of bad behavior. This is the biggest one that I see time and time again. If you are taking notes on this video, I would even put a star next to this one or write this one down. If you're so attached to a human, okay, to a person, that they can do you wrong, they can spit in your face, they can cheat on you, okay, they can disrespect you in front of your peers, they can do all of this stuff, and you still can't walk away, okay? That is literally like the bully on the school ground punches you in the face, and the next day you say, hey, can I buy you lunch? Like, that's what you do. And if you do that, if you become attached to people regardless of behavior, It is the ultimate disrespect and the ultimate weakness. I would even go as far to say that if that is how you're operating with any girl that you're seeing, whether it be a relationship that's long-term, whether it be a short-term, whether it's you just met, yada, yada, doesn't matter. That relationship is not going to be able to be saved, It just can't be saved. Who you are and the identity that you have formed in that other person's head is not one of strong will and character. It's one of emotional decision, it's one of impulse, it's one of attachment, and it screams neediness. If that's you, this isn't going to work. Number 3, high degrees of interest in people instead of things that you are building. I'll read it again because I understand how deep these are. A high degree of interest in people over things that you're building. Think about that. If you have a high degree of interest in people, oh, what are you up to? What is she up to? What's he up to? What's the drama like over here? What's the gossip like over here? What does this social circle think? When you get even involved in the ways of how people are communicating, okay, you have high degrees of interest in people and what they're up to, and you don't keep the focus on you and your self-centered world that you're building, okay? Like that, whether that be you building your company, building your career, building your finances, building how you think. Okay, you're building stuff as a strong-willed man and as an individual. You can even take this on a different level. Maybe you're into carpentry and you're consistently building things in your garage. You want to be doing masculine tasks that focus on things and not people. The second you start putting lots of focus on people, you lose the focus off of yourself. Your success suffers, your mood drops, and you will be less driven, less dominant in your personality, and less masculine. This is a major turnoff. Number 4, spending time putting yourself second. What does that mean? If you do any of these things, okay, let's just go through a list so that way you can see. Attend social settings with friend groups of the companion that you have no interest in. Traveling for weddings or family get-togethers of your companions, or let's say like the girl that you're seeing, stuff like that, that you have no interest in doing, yet you do anyways. Going to music concerts, festivals, museums, things that you have no interest in, okay? Consistently making time for other people when you should be focusing on yourself. Basically spending your time doing anything that you don't like doing, it shows a flaw in character, okay? It shows that you are willing to bend and break who you are and what it is that you like in order to serve the other person or in order to keep them. This screams of desperation. Last but not least, caring about intimacy. If you care if you get a handhold or not, if you care if you get a hug goodbye or not, if you care if you get a kiss on the cheek or not, if you care if she texted you back or not, like you're weak, you're soft, and you're like cookie dough. You can pick at you. You're a Pillsbury Doughboy. And if you seriously care about any of these things that I just said, like, dude, you have to wake up, tell yourself you're a boss, act like you're a boss, carry yourself like you're a boss, and build things that actually like serve you and level up your status, your hierarchy, and ultimately like your financial success and who you are becoming. That is going to be the best way to level the playing field so you don't have to put up with the BS that 99% of dudes have to actually put up with. Done.